Yes, Mikey.
Howdy, hi, happy campers. Only me, Mikey P. Into a lovely chat. The day has come. So all this slavery and servitude of 66 servitude in English, 64 days released a couple of days ago after a tireless psychological warfare attack from prosecution and the colluding courts, who have sent me, they had me locked up under frivolous warrants for no accountability, no signatures, to tie into the office. Basically made up of lies, literally stating stuff that I never said in any of the other court cases. No one's proven or expressed the jurisdiction. No one's proven or expressed what authority they're doing any of this under. So anyway, we have the Honourable Justice of the Peace, Steve Everett, who's picked up this case. He's a High Court judge, he's a county recorder, and he's the Lord Lieutenant Deputy of the area. He's the king's eyes and ears, from what I can gather from my research. So he's picked up this case. This is going back to obviously 1st of December, where we have 15 bailiffs supporting, 15 police support policy enforcers, supporting 8 bailiffs who came at us with fraudulent warrants to take basically aggressive occupation of the property by way of smashing all my back windows, injuring people, and then they ran away with a little. So on the 12th of December, there was. I mean, it can only be really articulated as an act of war at 12 the roadside by 25 firearms officers with their fingers on the triggers and rounds in the chambers, threatening to kill me by way of their actions when they locked up me and all my housemates I was locked up for 3 days. I was then remanded until the 16th of December, so I was remanded 2 days and then released with no charge. What they've done since they reinstated the charge with no new substantial evidence, no evidence, full stop. I was a witness against myself to my actions on the day. The bailiffs have warned us for their policies and procedures. There will be no peaceful entry. I will use violence up to and including death, and if I feel the need, I will use weapons. And now they're coming at me with a charge of afraid. That would a person of reasonable firmness be scared, essentially, be afraid? Yet the offer of a contract was there, and they still decided to penetrate the boundaries and steal our house while supporting bailiffs. Which is a civil action in contrary to R versus White 2020 case law. And obviously I could protect my property under the Castle Doctrine. I chose with my mind as a veteran, so a trained military man, not to use severe violence. I used minimal violence just to protect us and protect the property. And after threats of, and I quote, by one of the bailiffs, evidencing their whole intent that day was to cause us harm. Kind of all over the shop here. I'm still kind of, decompressing from my 64 days of servitude. But anyway, today should be quite good. It's a pre-trial hearing, although they're going to try and continue after today, I'll be very surprised. We've got quite a lot of invoices need settling, an unrebutted, sworn textbook affidavit of fact, which has now been notarised. They had 21 days to rebut that, and no one has. So they're in agreement that there was a terrorist attack. And quite frankly, this needs a military tribunal, because I'm the only one that's acted in law since day one. The courts are colluding. I've now got the evidence from my other case that got acquitted in Taunton. All the courts are private. They're holding private hearings. They're assuming that we're on legal fictions, and the whole thing's just fraud. So hopefully today's the day we can start crumbling this shit show, and let's see what this judge is made of. I've got good faith in this judge. He seems like a sensible man, seems like an honourable man, although they are trying to get out and bury some of their paperwork. But I'm now going to be pushing for a full trial jury with a jury of my own peers, not just for me, but we need to flip this round, because there's 15 police, 25 firearms officers, 8 bailiffs, all their belligerent bosses, and everyone up that food chain needs to be held accountable. We the people, our actual birthright, our God-given rights are to have open, fair justice, and this is not happening. They're just doing everything in the private. They're basically a terrorist organisation that have basically acted and they've called war. This is war. Turning up to someone's house with loaded weapons, threatening to kill them, that is a declaration of war. This needs to be pushed as high up in the military we can get it. This needs a military tribunal. Quite frankly, I think we're about ready for a Nuremberg too. So let's rock and roll today and see what wheels we can get in motion.
God bless.